They say for weight loss, consistency is key. And what better way is there to see if you're being consistent by the use of a habit tracker? In today's video, we're going to go over the habits that I track on my habit tracker and why I track those particular items. Hello and welcome to Adventures of Deanna. I'm Deanna and I'm on an adventure to lose over 100 pounds. Like I said, today we're talking all about the habit tracker and what items I track and why it is that I track them, because consistency is key. Let's start with the benefits of a habit tracker. The number one benefit is that healthy habits lead to success. Another benefit of a habit tracker is accountability. Habit trackers allow you to visually see the progress that you're making. They also help you to build momentum, build confidence. They help you to celebrate your success. They promote honesty with yourself. And they also help you to detect patterns. And we're going to get more into the patterns a little bit later in the video. Some of the things that I track on my habit tracker are either if I made a meal plan for the day or if I did my calorie counting, the number of servings and fruits and vegetables that I ate for a day, water, sleep, if I did journaling that day. I like to track whether I followed the doable hunger method, which is eating whenever you're hungry and stopping whenever you've had enough. I like to track my step count if I've hit my minimum or my maximum, or if I've done any other form of exercise. And then I also like to track accountability. So let's take a deep dive into each one of those items and talk a little bit more about why I choose to track these specific things on my habit tracker. Calorie counting. Consistency is the key here. So you want to consistently hit the right number of calories a day in order to maintain a calorie deficit if you're using a calorie counting type of way for losing weight. But for me, I also like to just track my meals and make sure that I'm writing down what I ate, because by writing down what I ate, it helps me to examine the meals to make sure that they were healthy and satisfying and satiating, the longevity of the meal, to make sure that, was the meal that I'm eating, was it something that was going to keep me full for, 4 hours, or was it something that was going to keep me full for only 2 hours? Because meals that, are not keeping me full for long, they're not really meals that I want to incorporate on a daily basis. They're not the best meals for me. It also helps me to track occurrences of overeating. So if I'm, cleaning my plate all the time, if I am snacking, procrastinate, boredom eating, stress eating, all of these different things. So that's why I like to track my meals as well as track my calories. Why I track how many servings of fruits and vegetables I have each day. Studies representing nearly 2 million adults worldwide show that eating about 5 daily servings of fruits and vegetables, in which 2 are fruits and 3 are vegetables, is likely the optimal amount for a longer life, according to new research published today in the American Heart Association's flagship journal, Circulation. Also, diets rich in fruits and vegetables help reduce risk for numerous chronic health conditions that are leading causes of death, including cardiovascular disease and cancer. Why I track journaling. I find that a daily journaling practice helps to reduce stress, it calms anxiety, it helps me to focus on my goals, it boosts my mindfulness, it cultivates gratitude, it helps me to sleep better. It also helps me to process my emotions and learn from my mistakes. So these are a lot of the reasons that I like to have a daily journaling practice. Why do I track whether or not I've met my target water intake? Water is proven to be absolutely essential for our bodies. Drinking water helps to maintain the balance of bodily fluids. It helps to maximize physical performance. It helps to prevent and treat headaches, may help and relieve constipation, and it can aid you in weight loss. So these are just some of the reasons that I like to track water, but water is absolutely essential for our bodies. So that's why I like to make sure that I'm hitting my water target every single day. Why do I track my sleep? Sleep is another one of those vital things that we need. It can help you to boost your immune system. It can help you prevent weight gain. It can strengthen your heart. When we have better sleep, we're in a better mood. Sleeping can increase our productivity. Sleep can increase our exercise performance, and also it improves our memory, among the other things that sleep is good for. So I also track doable hunger. Doable hunger is if I was eating whenever I was hungry and stopping whenever I'm satisfied. I track this because this helps me to learn the patterns of whenever I am eating for reasons other than hunger. So boredom, stress, anger, procrastination, whenever I just want to numb out with food. If I'm just cleaning my plate for the sake of cleaning my plate. All of these different reasons that we eat for reasons that are not necessarily hunger. I'm not saying that it's always a bad thing to eat for reasons other than hunger, because I do believe that there are times in our lives where, eating for entertainment or joy or different reasons, that they're acceptable. But I just want to be very aware, very cognizant of why it is that I'm eating, and if I'm eating for a reason other than hunger, why is it? And is it something that is helpful to me? So why do I track my step count or my exercise? This one is a little bit selfish. I track my step count because if I hit a minimum number of steps each day, I get points in this well-being program that my employer has me signed up for, and then I get a credit on my insurance premium. So mainly for those reasons, but also because it helps to keep me accountable, and it helps me to challenge to push myself to do a little bit more each day. And finally, why do I track accountability? I track my accountability because accountability is so important for encouragement, support, motivation. My accountability partners, they help me gain a different perspective on different issues that might be coming up in my life. They don't give me any judgment, and they also help me celebrate my wins and my successes. I also find that accountability is oftentimes one of the first things to go. When we stop showing up for our accountability partners, we're on a slippery slope to not doing any of the healthy habits. So I find that tracking my accountability is very, very important to make sure that I'm always checking in, so that I'm never waiting until the next year to start my diet again. So I believe that all of these habits, sleep, water, eating when hungry, stopping whenever I'm satisfied, tracking my meals, being accountable, all of them work in conjunction with one another. And these habits are what lead to long-term success. These are the items that I want to be consistent with in order to be successful in my weight loss journey. Another thing is, I was talking about earlier about how patterns. So I can tell on my habit tracker if I have a lack of sleep, then there's also going to be probably a lack of eating the correct numbers of servings of fruits and vegetables. My meal choices aren't as good. If I have lack of sleep, my step count might not be as high. So I could notice these little patterns that happen. I also notice that whenever I'm not getting my water intake, that my calories are a little bit higher on those days because my body is craving more because it's not properly hydrated. So by looking at my habits, looking at my habit tracker, I can detect these little patterns that happen over time. So it can be useful to use in that way as well. So I do have one issue with habit tracking, and it's that in most habit trackers, and here's an example of mine currently, is that they're all or nothing thinking. There's either a dot you can fill in or you don't get to fill it in. You did it or you didn't do it. And I feel like that is not a great way to approach it. I feel like you can kind of, get off track. If you've seen that you haven't done something for 4 days or 5 days, you're like, well, I already messed up the whole week. Why even get started now? So I like to think of it more as a something is better than nothing. And that's why next month I'm going to be hosting the Something is Better Than Nothing Habit Tracker Challenge. More to come on that coming soon. So if you're excited about the Something is Better Than Nothing Habit Tracker Challenge, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn the notification bell on so you know whenever I post and you don't miss a thing. Let me know down in the comments below, do you track any habits? Are you a habit tracker user? Have you ever used a habit tracker? Are you excited to start using a habit tracker? So that's all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one. As always, it's going to be an adventure. Bye.